Everyone thinks they know the 243 Winchester. Fast, accurate, easy to shoot, perfect for young hunters, perfect for deer, perfect for long-range shots. But what if I told you almost no one actually understands what this cartridge is capable of, or what it can't do? What if the very round you trust to make a clean kill is quietly setting you up for failure? The 243 Winchester is a masterclass in precision engineering, a marvel of velocity and flat trajectories, yet beneath its sleek reputation lies a hidden truth that hunters only discover after it's too late, when a bullet shatters, underperforms, or simply refuses to behave the way you expect. It is a cartridge that seduces with ease but punishes ignorance with silent efficiency. In this story, we're stepping beyond the brochures and the myths. We're pulling back the curtain on the 243 Winchester, its engineering, its history, its performance, and the unseen problem that no one warns you about until the stakes are already life and death in the field. The birth of a paradox. The 243 Winchester was never supposed to be a problem. When it arrived in the mid-1950s, it emerged from an era obsessed with dual-purpose cartridges, rounds capable of taking varmints one week and medium game the next. Built from the necked-down 308 Winchester case, it came into the world as a sleek, high-velocity masterpiece, sending 55 to 100-grain bullets with astonishing flatness. It was fast, light recoiling, and immediately seductive. Hunters saw it as the answer to every question. Deer, coyotes, pronghorn, even long-range recreational shooting. The press praised it. Rifle manufacturers chambered everything for it. Parents handed it to young shooters believing they were gifting the perfect balance of power and comfort. The velocity illusion. Every cartridge wears a personality, and the 243 Winchester's personality is speed, clean, blistering speed that flattens trajectories and seduces the inexperienced into believing it carries the authority of larger calibers. On paper, its numbers are dazzling, lightweight projectiles leaving the muzzle at 2,900 to well over 3,200 feet per second, depending on bullet weight. Downrange, its arc cuts through air with the kind of efficiency normally reserved for precision competition rounds. This is where the illusion begins. Velocity is persuasive, but it is also dangerous when misunderstood. The 243's small diameter and light bullets rely heavily on expansion physics, hydraulic pressure inside soft tissue, jacket thickness, core bonding, and controlled mushrooming. At close ranges, especially inside 100 yards, the impact speed of a lightweight bullet can push it beyond its structural limits, creating violent fragmentation that fails to penetrate deeply enough. At longer distances, the reverse problem emerges. Velocity bleeds off rapidly due to the lighter projectile mass, and the bullet may fail to expand reliably, punching through with minimal cavitation. This duality, the bullet weight dilemma. More than any other mainstream hunting cartridge, the 243 Winchester's identity is tied to bullet weight. The difference between a 55-grain varmint bullet and a 100-grain controlled expansion projectile is the difference between a surgical tool and a liability. But to the untrained eye, they look the same. They chamber the same. They fire from the same barrel. And this is where the 243 quietly traps the unwary. The lighter bullets were engineered for high-velocity vaporization on small game, prairie dogs, coyotes, foxes. Their jackets are thin, their cores soft, their designs built around fragmentation rather than penetration. When these bullets strike the larger body mass of a deer, the result can be catastrophic failure, massive surface wounds, shallow penetration, lost blood trails. The real recoil story. The 243 Winchester became the darling of youth hunters because of its mild recoil. Its kick is often described as soft, gentle, or barely noticeable. This comparison is fair. Next to the 270 Winchester or 30-06 Springfield, the 243 feels almost polite, but recoil perception is only part of the truth. The cartridge may be light-kicking, but it is also light-pushing, meaning the rifle doesn't anchor the shooter the way heavier calibers do. This reduced recoil often leads to habits that go unnoticed: rushed shots, poor follow-through, and overconfidence in the speed of the bullet. When a rifle barely moves, the shooter receives little feedback about form, breath control, stock weld, shoulder pressure, trigger discipline. These fundamentals can decay when recoil fails to punish mistakes. With a 308, flinching is obvious. With a 243, it hides in silence. Terminal performance. where physics demands respect. In the chest cavity of a deer, elk calf, or pronghorn, the 243 Winchester's behavior is governed entirely by physics, not by myths, not by nostalgia, not by reputation. Energy transfer is a function of velocity and mass. The 243 delivers excellent energy when used correctly, but its lighter bullets lack the sectional density and momentum of larger calibers. To work as intended, the projectile must strike soft tissue corridors where expansion is predictable and bone resistance is limited. This is why the classic behind-the-shoulder shot is almost universally recommended for the 243. It allows the bullet to enter between ribs, deploy fully, disrupt lungs, penetrate the heart region, and exit cleanly. Inside this zone, the 243 is devastating. Animals collapse quickly, cavitation is sufficient, blood trails are strong. The long-range misconception. The 243's flat trajectory has seduced many into believing it is a long-range hunting caliber. At the range, this feels true. The rifle prints tight groups, the drop seems minimal, and wind drift appears manageable at moderate distances. But the field is not the range, and ballistics behave differently outside controlled conditions. While the 243 carries impressive initial velocity, its lighter bullets shed speed rapidly beyond 300 yards. Their ballistic coefficients, though improving with modern designs, still trail behind heavier, high BC projectiles. As velocity drops, terminal performance becomes inconsistent, expansion windows narrow, impact energy declines sharply. A bullet that behaves beautifully at 150 yards may behave unpredictably at 400. The barrel twist revelation. Behind the scenes, another factor shapes the 243 Winchester's problem: barrel twist rate. For decades, manufacturers standardized around 110 or 1.9.25 twist rates. These twists stabilize most bullets in the 80 to 100 grain range, but often struggle with modern heavy-for-caliber, high BC projectiles. As long-range hunting became fashionable, shooters wanted heavier, 105 to 115 grain bullet projectiles that could push the 243 into new ballistic territories. But many traditional 243 rifles could not stabilize those bullets. Inconsistent grouping, keyholing, and unpredictable flight paths followed. The cartridge was blamed once again, even though the issue lay in barrel design, not chambering. Today, custom rifle builders and precision shooting platforms have corrected this with faster twists, but the legacy of older rifles continues to shape the cartridge's misunderstood reputation. Hunters buy modern bullets and load them into rifles designed for lighter projectiles. When accuracy falters, they assume the 243 is inherently inconsistent at long range. In truth, the issue is mismatch, not failure. The ammunition and the rifle must be engineered for each other. The 243 Winchester's performance ceiling is high, but only when the twist rate matches the bullet's demands. This is rarely explained until after a hunter has wasted time, ammunition, and confidence. The myth of universality. The 243 Winchester was marketed as a universal cartridge, a round for youth, for recoil-sensitive shooters, for deer, for coyotes, for antelope, for sport shooting. It was sold as a do-everything round that delivered ease without compromise. But no cartridge is truly universal. Every caliber is shaped by trade-offs. The 243's trade-off is its light bullet mass. Its virtue is precision. Its vice is dependence on that precision. It can take whitetail cleanly. It can drop mule deer across canyons. It can anchor pronghorns in the open plains. It punches above its weight when the shot is correct, the bullet is appropriate, and the distance lies within its expansion window. But the moment it is treated like a larger caliber, like something that breaks bone with impunity or behaves uniformly in all conditions, it becomes unpredictable. Its failures are not due to design flaws. They arise from the expectations placed upon it. The myth of universality is the 243 Winchester's quiet curse. The legacy hunters forget. When used correctly, the 243 Winchester has a legacy of clean kills spanning decades. Countless hunter success stories affirm its capability. Wildlife agencies have long recommended it. Rifle manufacturers continue to chamber it. Precision shooters admire its accuracy. The cartridge itself is not the problem. The problem is misunderstanding, misapplied bullet weight, misjudged distance, misplaced confidence, misinterpreted recoil, misguided long-range enthusiasm, mismatched twist rates, misconception of universality.